All right, good morning. So we're up to Siman Reish Chof Vov, Hareh Pirchei Ha'ilon Ma Mevarech. So this is the annual bracha for blossoming trees, which is said on Rosh Chodesh Nisan, which is tomorrow. So our timing is impeccable. Says the Mechaba, Hayotze b'mei Nisan. Someone goes out in the month of Nisan, V'ra Ilanos shemotzien perach, and he sees a tree which is producing a flower. He's not diminished in this world. Klum. He only makes the bracha once a year. And if he delays and he sort of is now sort of nearly Shavuos time or whatever, he just delays from making the bracha until after the fruit have already matured and grown, then lo yivarechoi. Then he can't make the bracha, it's too late. Says the Mishnah Berurah. B'mei Nisan. Now, urcha de milchun nachat. It's lav dafka Nisan. She'oz derech haaretz hachamim le'lav leiv ha'Ilanos. That's just when generally the spring comes and the fruits blossom. And the truth is, it could be another month. The first time you see it in that season, you make a bracha, Reish Chof Vov. So this is very topical. The Birchas Ilanos, which is Rosh Chodesh Nisan, which is tomorrow. So that means, really, you don't have to wait till Rosh Chodesh. You can do it today. You can do it because it's an Ibayah this year. You look outside and the trees are already blossoming, so you don't have to wait until then. Moreover, it doesn't have to be Nisan, because that if you're living in the southern hemisphere and you're in Australia, then this is not the season for the spring. This is autumn now. So the B'tzel HaChochma, the Shalit and Shuvah's B'tzel HaChochma, B'tzalel Stern, he spent a period of time living in Australia, and he has a tshuva on this, and he says exactly that it's whatever the season is in that country. So if you live in Australia and the season for the blossoming is in October or whenever it is, then you do it then. So it's lav dafka nisan. Anyway, let's carry on. Perach. Now it's dafka when you see a fruit tree. Olim lechudei. It's got to see. You got to see the blossom, and it's not just the leaves. Va'af perach dafka beilone. It's dafka tree ilone Michael. It's got to be fruit trees. Shemizeh perach osid lisgadol pri, because from this blossom will come fruit. Aval ilone srak loy, but a tree which is barren, which is not going to produce fruit, then you do not make a bracha over that. The Orach Shulchan explains why is it we make Chazal instituted a bracha. So it's in the back in paragraph 2 on page 57. He says this: Vatam shetignu bracha rak al ilonos v'loy al zeroim v'yirokos. Why do Chazal do it on fruit and not on vegetables and seeds and things like that? Bia ha'orach ha'shulchan she'habrochi hishevach v'hido al Hashem yisparach shebora b'shvil ha'odam afilu dvarim she'enim hechrechim keperes ilan. The point is, we're saying thank you for the extra, because grains. We need wheat and barley to have bread and to live. We need potatoes. We need basic staples. But fruit is considered a luxury. So we're making a Chazal instituted a bracha on that which is a luxury, which is over and above, and we give thanks to HaKadosh Baruch Hu for that. Okay, you make the bracha once a year. And just by the way, if he says in footnote number 5 that if, for example, you're in Nisan and then you travel to Australia, you're going to Australia and you see you're there in the October and you made the bracha 6 months ago in London or in Eretz Yisrael or wherever. So once you've made the bracha once a year, you don't make the bracha again, even though it's the new season in Australia. If, however, I'm going to live in Australia, then it's different. And that's what he says in footnote number 5. If I'm going to live there permanently, then I can make the bracha again. So it's only if I'm visiting that I don't make the bracha again. If I'm going to live there, then it's different. Okay, says the Mishnah Berurah in Sifkot and Gimel, v'chanal b'siman reish chofei sif yud. So it's dafka on fruit trees. V'imach eichar levarich hainu afilu lo ro klal koidem afilu hachi ibed habracha. Once you've waited too long that the fruit have already developed, then you've lost the bracha and it's too late. If you didn't see it beforehand, you have not lost the bracha. then mashma bin prugan v'chan sheshuv ein kedai levarich bracha zu. So in other words, according to the Eli Rabbah, so long as the fruit has not yet fully formed, it's still a little bit unripe. The fruit is sort of in the early stages. It's still possible to make the bracha. Ad achashe godly, but once they're fully formed, that you can't make the bracha anymore. Avol koidem shegodla peres yuchel levarich. But before they're fully formed, you can still make the bracha, even if you didn't do it at the first time. So just a couple of other pointers on this. There is lechatchilas in all of the brachas Ilanos. What are the lechatchilas? The lechatchilas are that you should preferably make the bracha on 2 trees, preferably a whole orchard, according to Kabbalah. Not if the fruit tree are arla, not if it's Shabbos and Yom Tov, preferably with a minyan. You'll see pictures in Hamilton in a week or two's time with various Gedolim doing it with a minyan. And preferably you can do it outdoors. B'diavad, if you did it, through looking through a window, then that's b'diavad okay. And preferably at daytime, when at nighttime, unless you can see the blossom clearly, it's better to do it at daytime. So these are all lechatchilas. But b'diavad, if you have only got 1 tree, or if it's for example, if you do it through a window, or if it's nighttime but you can see the blossom, those are all good. Okay, that's Birchas Ilanos.